Hey everybody, I'm Lance James, and I help people wake up to their best life, a happier life, an easier life. And today I want to talk about a topic that plagues everybody. That's anger and learning to let it go and what it does to our bodies. So let's start with that alone. I love Nelson Mandela's quote that anger is like drinking poison hoping it'll kill your enemy. Whatever the analogy you want to use. Stab yourself a bunch and expect someone else to bleed out. You're doing the damage to yourself. Holding on to anger is very tough to let go of. And that's the ego. That's that part of us that our false perception of who we are, that we try to protect, that we carry around with us, that edging God out, that ego. That's what is angered in you, not your source, not your what you really are, but your ego. So what it does to us physiologically, I've learned, is it puts us into fight or flight mode, as does fear. If we're carrying around feelings of anger or fear, our blood rushes away from our viscera, from our gut, which is where basically all of our health starts. But it rushes to our extremities. Just like, if you're being chased by a lion, our bodies were designed to withstand real threats. And in this day and age, we don't have lions chasing us that often. We don't have, these crises. But to our subconscious, it doesn't know the difference. And our body doesn't know the difference. And when we're angry, that blood rushes away from our viscera, from our gut, to our extremities, and it's doing a lot of damage. So one thing that I've learned with anger over time is another thing. It's an emotion that hides itself. More times than not, I've found personally, and I learned a lot of this through therapy, but anger often masks itself as some other emotion. It normally is one that likes to hide beneath the surface. You may think you're just sad or down or frustrated, but a lot of times there's anger underneath. So, part of that is just getting to the root of it and trying to figure out what really is that emotion and what's holding you back. Because as long as we hold on to these emotions, they're really, truly only hold us back from achieving what we want. And like Nelson said with anger, if you're angry at someone else, you're not harming them. You can cuss at them all you want, but you're doing the damage to you inside of you. So one thing that's very important to learn, it's tough. This is one of the toughest things, is to realize when you're angry, if you didn't expect things to be different, then you couldn't be angry. Expectations wreck us a lot. Oh, well, you don't understand. This person did this to me. No, I understand. They did something to you, but it was you that chose to allow it to bother you. I've done a video on it, and I recommend to everybody I coach and to everybody watching this, go look up the Buddha and the Angry Young Man, print it out, and read it every day. We have the choice. We do not have to allow someone to make us angry. And on the video I did in the past, assume it's just the worst gift that someone could give you. Just picture someone with a gift wrap box, and it has, let's say, dog shit in it or something, like something you don't want. You wouldn't accept it, so who does it belong to? It belongs to that person. Another way that is an active way to get to release anger, and a lot of times this helps if it's someone specifically that has harmed you and hurt you, and a lot of times this stems back to childhood, is to get some alone time, get a pillow, and beat the hell out of it. I mean, wail on it, beat the hell out of it, cuss, scream, get it out, but only do it for a few minutes. Just getting that anger and that emotion out will be incredibly freeing, and it'll help you feel so much better once you get it out. And the last thing that is always a go-to with me is to physically write gratitude. If you're angry, if you're scared, if you're having any of these lower vibrational emotions, physically sit down and write down 10 things you're thankful for at that moment. And that's the time it's toughest. You don't feel like writing or focus on gratitude because you're in the mood. You want to be pissed off. You want to go seek others out to validate you. That's what our ego does. When you're mad about something, you can't wait to tell us, oh, you won't believe what so-and-so did to me. And that's just ego. That's just garbage, and it's perpetuating it. So 3 tips. One is to look in the mirror. You could not be angry. No one can make you angry without your true permission. They can try, but just like it's a bad gift, if you don't accept it, it stays with them. 2, Find a pillow, get a punching bag, physically release that anger, beat the hell out of it. Imagine it's whatever that person or situation, get it out, and it makes you feel a lot better. And write gratitude. Always, always, always. There's always something to be thankful for. And I've had people be like, "Oh, I don't know. My life sucks. I don't have anything to write gratitude for." How many fingers you got? Are you breathing oxygen? Like, it can be as silly as that, but once you start, it grows. And the more we focus on what we do want, the more we get what we want. And if you're focusing on anger, you're going to encounter more of it. All right, thanks everybody. Have an awesome day and a happy now, because you can't be happy yesterday. You can't be happy anymore. Thanks.